Hello everyone, SMA Watts here. We're in round 2 of Pauper Classic Tuesday. Hello, NGLs. We've won the toss this time. We're playing mono white tokens. I'm gonna say yes. And we're gonna mulligan our no lander. And um I think we have to mulligan this too. This is a million times better. Fortunately, we both mulligan to 5, so I'm not actually at a disadvantage here. And I think against most decks, um, starting with a 5 card hand, like even 5 card hands, I think I'm at the advantage. And certainly most decks that play swamps. Unless Drowned in Sorrow or Bile Blight became common. Though technically Echoing Decay is common. Ugh. I really should have played Squadron Hawk there. Well, on the off chance we get Wrench Minded again. Because I would have happily pitched 2 Squadron Hawks to keep my land and my Guardian's Pledge. Okay, that's cool. I guess let's attack with my 3/1. If you want to race, we can race, but if he blocks, that's fine. If not, all right. So does that set him up for the kill next turn? Not quite. Doesn't look for the if he doesn't block, he's dead. All right. Well, creatures I control get oh trumpet blast. You will victim of night. Well. Ugh. I mean, the upside is that like we've kind of broken even on parity because generally speaking, the cards he's played, like his removal spells are all like were 1 for 2s. They're the Crypt Rats. Crypt Ratty for 1. And I really need to rip a land here. Actually, I don't need to rip a land, but I need to rip gas. I need to rip not another Battle Screech. Like, if my next card is Battle Screech, I'll be very sad. But almost anything else is pretty good. Like, Doom Travelers, okay. Doom Traveler's not great. Plains is pretty reasonable. It's kind of what I wanted. I just need to not have him have 2 removal spells. Actually, removal spells. Because I can't quite. So I'm guessing he drew. It looks like he drew Tendrils. Victim. That's pretty foolish. Like, that is very bad timing. Like, you should have waited to into my combat phase. So that I was forced to only attack him for 1 there. Consume Spirit on my token. Yeah, I have a lot of dead draws right now. The heck is this thing? Oh. It's Mind Rot that cycles. I mean, it is better than Mind Rot. Well, if he's playing a version that has Corrupt, I could be in trouble. Ha! Action Traveler. And unfortunately for him, like, every creature's now potentially deadly since I have 2 Bone Splitters. And that was good enough. Okay. So Mono Black should be a reasonably good matchup. We take out our Fortifies. We bring in our Sens Enlistments. And Razor Golem could be okay. But it's... No. Razor Golem's not... Like... I don't think... Like, there's a possibility that there's that the optimal build against Mono Black has Razor Golems in it. I'm pretty sure it might. Like, 45% sure, but I don't know what you're taking out. Possibly Journeys. But Mono Black only has like one creature that really stonewalls us. And it does most of its damage coming into play. It's Gary. So I don't think. I don't think we. I'm going to go with a build that I feel is probably better than randomly switching out like Journeys for uh what are they called? Razor Golems. Because actually, thinking about it, Razor Golem's not very good again. Like it's good against like Disfigure and like Crypt Rat, but those cards are already like Crypt Rat's good against me, but Crypt Rat just has to go for a lot to kill Razor Golem, so it's not like super good against it. And Crypt Rat's already phenomenal against me. Like Crypt Rat is basically his only out to a hand like this, unless he just has like 3 discard spells. Like if he just goes like Duress, Wrenchmind. By the way, I'm not sure if I'd bring Duress in against this deck. Like I already drew Sen's Enlistment, so I'm just pretty much good as long as I get to 4 lands. Alright, so we're gonna pitch Sen's Enlistment and Journey. I mean, Sen's Enlistment's okay, but the real utility of it is being able to turn your later lands into Sen's Enlistments. It not really the card itself. Like I don't ever actually care that I'm playing Sen's Enlistment. Like 4 mana for 2 creatures, hardly optimal. I do it pre-combat just in case he. Well, then again, I didn't really, he tapped down. I will be casting a lot of creatures pre-combat against this deck, specifically to play around edict effects in combat if I'm only attacking with a couple creatures, so that I have untap. I have summoning certain creatures to sack. I've raised the alarm, so I don't need to do that this turn. It's gotta feel terrible when that happens. And you're like, I countered half of his spell. I mean, technically speaking, I didn't counter his spell. Is really what it more is. It's just more of he. Yeah, that's kind of what he needs to have happen. Um, I should have played that pre-combat just to, because if he edicts me here, I'm gonna be like, that was silly. Tendrils, fine. Like, I feel this is actually just a really good matchup because they're really trying to one for one me. And, like, long game, one for one removal, like, 20 cards in his deck are just terrible against me. Like, objectively, really bad. Like, basically, the only card he has that's actually really. Actually, no, that's what I need the Journey for. Um, Witches. Alright, so. Yeah, the townsfolk. The great thing about Sun's Enlistment is it basically does turn the top of my deck into almost nothing but gas. Uh, sure. He must not be playing any witches. Um, I'm not going to Sun's Enlistment because I think his only out right now is to draw is to rat. All right, got there. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I think this is actually like part of the reason I'm playing the tokens is because mono black's really popular, and I think this deck is just super good against mono black.